Adeseun.
Okay, I believe not being a player in the community pharmacy sector helps me to play devil's advocate in some of these discussions. And the first thing I would like to say is for the regulatory aspect, and perhaps the PCN, ACPN chairman can help here, is a pharmacy allowed to have his inventory in the cyberspace and invite his customers to order and send such to him? So there's a void.
Well, I think to the best of my knowledge, it's allowed. It's allowed, sir.
Good. Yeah. So if it's allowed, my point is that market makers don't wait for explicit approvals. They take the world as their oyster. They use the back of the envelope approach. What the envelope can contain is limited. But as you'll agree with me, the outside of the envelope is unlimited, is as you are imaginative. Let me use my metaphor idea and go to airline industry. Did anyone tell aero contractors to start taking online booking for their seats? Is there any law that mandates them to do it? Are they doing it? Is it giving them a competitive edge over others? So my point is that there are some already established companies that have the wherewithal to take the initiative in this directive. To those who have high net worth customers, who have highly literate customers, can use it as a value-added service. One of the groups, or some of the groups mentioned it, that you can send your order to us and we'll deliver. Instead of that sending being just an SMS or whatever, it can be with precision. You can have your full inventory database and you have a drop down, and you can start with the ones that won't bring the law upon your back. You can start with the supplements, the non-prescription drugs for which you might run into problem if somebody wants to challenge and says XYZ. Even though we know prescriptions are not mandatorily being followed before certain products are being sold, but you'll be more at risk if you start with those ones. But you can test the waters and start to push the regulatory framework in the direction of the future without waiting for them to dictate the pace of how this should be done.